This is the neighbourhood of Birchwood, and this is the walk I did around it. Today we're going to start our walk around Birchwood underneath the Charleswood Bridge, commonly known as the Moray Bridge around here because that's the name of the street. It's got to the end of winter. It was St. Patrick's Day yesterday. It's spring on Monday. And it's at this time of year that we're all fed up. We're done with the snow, we're done with the cold. We just want it all to go away, get our t-shirts on, get our shorts on, and start doing some summer things. But it'll be around for a few more weeks, I think. So let's go and see what Birchwood has got. I'm currently walking through Woodhaven Park. It's a route I have taken many times because this is the way I walk to my mother-in-law's house from my house whenever there's a party or family event going on. So I've done this one 100 times, and I guess the benefit of the winter months is there's no mosquitoes. It's completely barren, icy, and apart from a few chickadees, not much wildlife. Oh, another sign of spring. Running water. The aeroplane behind me is a Lockheed T-33. It's been on that plinth since 1967. It was renovated about 4 years ago to paint it red, and it makes me want to do two things. It makes me want to get a ladder and sit in it and pretend to be a fighter pilot, and it also wants to make me get an airfix kit and make a 1/72nd scale airfix kit of it, painted in those red colours. Nice. In the theme of being underneath bridges, I am now underneath the Trans-Canada Highway, specifically called Portage Avenue in this area of town. I can't go any further that way, otherwise I'll be in the next neighbourhood. So we're going to go back down this way, all the way down Portage Avenue to Winnipeg Park, which is the extent of Birchwood. Another sign of spring, birds singing.
We are coming up on 2300 Portage, and if you've seen my video about part one of walking the length of Winnipeg along the Trans-Canada Highway, you will know that 2300 Portage was the apartment where my wife lived with her sister when I first came to Canada. I left Germany, I left the UK. When the plane landed, my wife came to pick me up, and it was 2300 where I first stayed as an immigrant 20-something years ago. Quite the party pad. There was another couple of friends, of my wife's friends, that lived in the same apartment block. There'd be lots of drinking, lots of parties, and weird neighbours. They had one that was called Freaky Neighbour, that was the 30-something guy that lived next door. And then there was, I think they called a cigarette lady, who was always bumming smokes off them when they went outside. She would prowl the halls looking for cigarettes. So all sorts of characters living there. Fun times. We would watch Friends, new episodes of Friends. Party of Five they used to watch, and I think there was a soap opera called The Young and the Restless, something like that, that my sister-in-law would watch. Spaghetti, garlic toast with tons of cheese. Fun times. What's also amazing is that when I left home, my parents sold the family home and they moved into a cul-de-sac in Loskett, Derbyshire. And that cul-de-sac is called Birchwood. Had they known at the time that they lived in Birchwood, and I too lived in the neighbourhood of Birchwood, they would have probably worried a little bit less about me. I do like those universal connections there. I've made it to this little corner of Woodhaven Park. I can't pass completely over the bridge, otherwise I'll be in a different neighbourhood. So now I've got to make my way back, and I am going to utilise Teleportation Rock. The official name is Agassiz Rock, because it's supposed to represent the glacial rock that, or the glacial ice that used to cover most of Manitoba. But if you walk through it right, you can actually teleport. And I'm going to try and teleport to the Holiday Inn for a drink. Access denied. There we go, the only establishment where I can get a drink in Birchwood, and I'm too early. Oh well, plenty of stuff at home. Well, thank you Birchwood. That was a very pleasant wander around.